it till tomorrow and go down first thing?
It'll be too late tomorrow. First thing, they're bringing the diggers in.
And?
And Rush Common's the only bit of woodland we've got round here. If you want to show your kids something other than tower blocks and rows of semis, where else can you take them?
When was the last time you took our kids to Rush Common?
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to for ages.
Be fair, Michelle. It's only been there 800 years.
Exactly, it's been there 800 years and now some bugger wants to build a car park on it.
Anyway, your kids hate fresh air. Oh, no, they don't hate it, they're just not used to it. Come on, then.
How come you're suddenly so concerned with wildlife? You can't even sit through an omnibus of Emmerdale.
Emmerdale doesn't have an omnibus.
Trust you to know. Nature boy.
Hundreds of years before Continent Gold, Manchester was the cradle of world power. And it was fear of and pride in that power that has made Manchester the anvil on which the metal of the North is tested. Peterloo massacres were just 5 miles down the road. And look, here they are again, rattling their sabres.
Rattling your sabres.
Hungry for a fight with the common man.
Who's he calling common?
If I wanted to spend Friday nights with the great unwashed, I'd have gone for a drink with my family. Give him a chance. Someone should give him some salt.
Aren't
you ashamed, getting an innocent police to do your dirty work? You are turning that dog into a fascist.
Looked up to the skies through knowledge and through reformation.
He's upset.
He's upset because you've got him on a choke lead.
Slipknot.
Well, you're wasting your time asking her. She only found out last week that Dr. Dre isn't a real doctor.
No, but I'm right, though, aren't I? Because all I said was it's illegal to call yourself a doctor if you're not one.
Yeah, but I think it's like an honorary title, you know, like Duke Ellington.
All right, or like the Duke of Bedford.
What about him?
Well, what's he Duke of?
Bedford.
Exactly.
I won't tell you again. Leave him.
Wow, isn't he a bit of chocolate?
That's it. I've warned you. Dave, give us a lift over here.
Oh, come on. Get off!
Easy there, Jungle Jane.
Well, don't tell me, tell them.
Keep your nose out, I'm warning you.
Oh, what?
Just go home.
This jacket's just been dry cleaned.
So?
So be bloody careful.
Hurry up and get in the van.
Do you know what your wife gets up to while you're out here stamping on democracy?
Save it, love. I've heard it all before.
Heard it? We've all seen it, mate. On copperswives.com. It'd make your hair fall out.
Too late. I'm already bald.
Well, we all know what you've been up to then, don't we?
Radiohead, will you, Pete? Tell them we'll be needing a strip search when we get in.
You can't do that, you bastard.
Just watch me.
You're loving this, aren't you?
You want one and all.
All right!
Bloody hell, Darren, what are you doing in here?
You want to ask them that?
You can't arrest him. His wife's just had a baby.
He'll be glad of a good night's skip then, won't he?
He's got a point there, actually. Do we get breakfast in the morning?
Only if we charge you.
All right. How much does it cost?
He is joking, isn't he?
Sometimes it's so hard to tell. How long?
24 hours if they want to.
You're not serious. Stuck in here with one blanket?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God. How long have we been in here now?
About 25 minutes.
Oh, they're gonna drive me mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Sorry.
Look, don't worry about it. They'll chuck us out in a bit.
You reckon?
About 5 a.m. when it's freezing cold and there's no public transport.
God.
And they won't even charge us.
But what if they do?
Threatening behaviour, Section 4 of the Public Order Act 1986. Plead guilty, get a 50 quid fine.
But I'm not guilty.
What are you doing in here, then?
You've been through all this before, haven't you?
Once or twice, yeah.
So how come you got mixed up with this lot?
Well, I started off as a Maoist.
What, with a little red book?
Oh, yeah, I even read the bloody thing and all.
And is it any good?
Turns out the butler did it.
As usual.
Ah, but only because he was put up to it by the paper tiger of US imperialism.
Oh, right.
Hey, do you fancy a drink?
Right, I'm gagging for one.
There you go.
How did you get this in here?
Damn me knickers.
But I thought they strip searched you.
Tell them you're on the blob, they don't come near you.
Bloody hell.
You have got a lot to learn, Linda Green.
You're telling me?
It's an experience.
I know, innit? Oh, have you been waiting all night?
Well, it was either that or baking a cake with a file in it.
Yeah, I've eaten your cooking. You wouldn't need a file.
By the way, Jimmy, this is Suki.
Hello, Suki. How are you?
Alive and kicking, Jimmy. Alive and kicking.
All right. Who are you going to kick?
No, we haven't decided yet, have we, Linda?
No, but that bull bastard at the desk's top of my list.
Easy, Tiger.
Suki's going to be stopping at mine for a few days.
Just until I get my van back, you know.
Oh, great.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Suki, the screws had me banged up with an old friend of yours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said his name was Jimmy Jazz.
Oh, I know, Jim. Kind of bloke who hangs around feminists. So.
Oh, that's another world in there, mate.
Yeah, no. Hey, I want to word with you about that.
What?
They're not screws, they're coppers.
Eh?
And you weren't banged up, you were kept in overnight.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
No, it isn't. You were in the nick for 9 hours. You can't come out talking like you're Ronnie Cray.
Will this be all right?
Oh, yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, if you get cold, there's another blanket in the cupboard.
No, really. Listen, a few years back, I spent 2 weeks in the Bangladesh.
Is that a diving resort?
It's the women's prison in Damascus.
Oh, God. How come?
Trust me, you don't want to know. But the advantage is, once you slept there, you can sleep anywhere, so...
Right, well, help yourself to anything in the kitchen.
I'm great, Linda. You get your head down.
See ya.
But did you hear what she was saying? Syria.
I'd say the whole street heard it. Would you listen to her? Greenham Common, Syrian jails, Basque terrorists. It's like a cross between Lara Croft and Bono.
Do I detect a note of jealousy?
You'd get less bullshit on a farm.
Well, I think she's fantastic. I've never met anyone with so much energy.
And, talking of energy...
What?
You don't fancy a jump, do you?
No.
Go on.
Jimmy, I'm knackered.
You wouldn't have to do any work. I'll go on top.
Oh, go on, then. So what's got you all fired up?
I saw this film once about women in prison.
No, I bet you did.
I couldn't quite manage the goatee, but I did have the duffel coat and the C&D membership.
And did you go on any of those big marches?
Aldermaston?
Yeah.
Well, I was only 12. It's not quite the same if you turn up with your mum.
No, I suppose not.
Aha! Just what you're looking for?
Yeah, that'll be great.
I only really joined because I fancied Rosie Shaw. Well, I just paid my first subscription and she stopped going. Went off with an older lad.
It's always the way. Look at all this stuff.
I wish somebody would.
Where did it all come from?
It's been here since the move.
I haven't seen this for years.
Tim Cottesmore, his name was. He had an apprenticeship and a scooter.
Well, that would turn any girl's head. Oh, I'd forgotten all about this. I must have been about 6.
Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves.
That panto we went to. I coloured all that in.
It's lovely.
For years, I thought I might end up at art school.
Oh, yeah, look. Not going over the edges or anything.
Look at this. I must have been 13. Look what I've put down for my ambition.
Oh, yeah. Doctor.
You see what happened to that dream?
You woke up, love. You woke up and failed your O-levels.
Yes, but maybe it's not too late. Maybe I can still do something useful.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Help the homeless. Or feed the poor. Or work in a leper colony or something.
Well, I don't think they have leper colonies anymore.
Well, of course they do. We saw that film about it at Christmas.
Linda, that was Ben-Hur.
Oh, right.
Anyway, you'd be useless in a leper colony.
I would not.
Well, you're hopeless with sick people.
What?
Yeah. When I had measles, you moved out for 3 months.
Well, I wouldn't be hands-on, obviously. I thought I might do the books or something. Lepers must need accountants, same as everybody else.
They don't need accountants as much as they need nurses.
I suppose not.
I think you're best leaving all that to the professionals, love.
If you listen to her, you'll find she talks a lot of sense.
No, if you listen to her, you'll find that she talks a lot more.
There you go.
Cheers. You.
So, as I was saying before, urban development has never really been my thing yet.
No?
No, in those days I was much more into animal rights, you know.
You've always liked animals, haven't you, Jimmy?
Oh, they're quite like Scooby-Doo.
Well, the basic facts are that animals are just much nicer than people, aren't they?
Well, I know what you mean.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're loyal, dependable, friendly, and they never lie.
Well, there are certainly cases where animals and humans have developed a genuine empathy.
Well, empathy, yeah, that's one thing. But you won't find an animal on this planet that will help you with the decorating. Or give you a kidney if you need it.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, you see. You look in the papers and they're using pigs' hearts in transplants now.
But that's what I mean.
What?
Well, the pigs don't volunteer, do they?
Oh, Linda, no one would know, even if it was you.
Yeah, but that's not the point. We should never have been arrested in the first place.
Don't blame you being angry. I was only 11 or 12 when it happened to me. It took me years to get over it.
And what had you stolen?
A hammer for my dad's birthday.
A hammer?
Sort of an electric one. You know, it was top of the range.
Yeah, but they never stuck you in a cell.
Of course they did. They do it to scare you.
And did it work?
Well, they took it off me. I never found out.
I was always into politics at school.
He had a donkey jacket and an album by Woody Guthrie.
No. I always thought that grassroots stuff was romantic. You know, I always fancied myself as a street fighting man.
Well, people are always fighting in the streets round here.
I mean the anti-war movement, not a ruck outside the cab office.
Anyway, I thought you were a pacifist.
Well, I am really.
Oh, you know, Gandhi would be spinning in his grave.
I don't think Gandhi's got a grave.
Why not?
He was a Hindu.
Yeah, he was cremated, wasn't he?
All right, then, so he's spinning in his urn.
Do you think you can spin in an urn?
I'm not sure about that.
You could turn in an urn.
There's not enough room.
Well, Gandhi was small, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
I was 21 years when I wrote this song. I'm 22 now, but I won't be for long. People ask me when will I grow up to understand why the girls I knew at school are already pushing prams. I loved you then as I love you still. Though I put you on a pedestal, you put me on the pill. I don't feel bad about letting you go. I just feel sad about letting you know. I don't want to change the world. I'm not looking for New England. Are you looking for another girl? I don't want to change the world. I'm not looking for New England. Are you looking for another girl? I love the words you wrote to me, but that was bloody yesterday. I can't survive on what you send every time you need a friend. I saw 2 shooting stars last night. I wished on them, but they were only satellites. It's wrong to wish on space hardware. I wish you cared. I don't want to change the world. I'm not looking for a New England. Are you looking for another girl? Looking for another
Thank you. Thanks very much indeed. Now, if I could just have a very quick word before the next act comes on. I've got a friend here tonight who's collecting signatures in support of the postal workers at the Thorn Street sorting office. Now, you might have read about them in the papers, but if you wanted to lend your support, I know they're going to be very grateful.
Shut up and sing!
Power to the people!
Hey, here she comes, Martha Scargill.
Nice one, Linda.
Who rattled your cage?
The postman, blimey. When your birthday cards came a day late, you threatened to turn the dog on him?
Listen, there's a little job on Wednesday night if you fancy it.
What is it?
That will be telling.
Hey, you can count me in.
Yeah, go on then.
Brilliant.
Oh, aren't you forgetting something?
Mama?
Yeah, you told Brian and Marcelli you'd go around out plumbing their new washer-dryer.
Oh, did I?
Oh, by the way, is there any news on the Common? Rush Common. We were down there Friday night.
Oh, I don't know. They'll be fine.
Well, how can you be so sure?
Because everything takes an age in this country. The only people who ever got any building done in Manchester were the IRA.
So, Suki, is it illegal?
Would it worry you if it was?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's the buzz, though, innit? Challenging the system, making a difference.
Yeah, with some people, but with me it's simpler than that. I'd rather make the news than watch it, yeah?
Hey, you know all about the law, don't you?
Little, yeah.
So, you know Captain Sensible?
What, the singer?
That's it.
What about him?
To be called that, what would he have to be captain of?
That bloke on the bottom can't be getting much action.
Yeah, you can't be getting much oxygen either.
Oh, that fella with the goatee looks a bit like that Dan that Linda went out with.
He does a bit, doesn't he?
I thought she was coming round tonight.
She's out with that Suki, isn't she?
As usual.
It's unlike her to miss out on a classic porn night.
But she's not allowed any fun now she's joined the Worthy Brigade, is she?
She's gone veggie now as well. Last time I go around there for me dinner.
Hey, don't knock it. She's found something she believes in.
I believe in things.
Like what? Last thing you believed in was Father Christmas.
She'd be better off in Lapland than going on Mission Impossible with that Suki.
I can't believe it. How long had you been going out?
About 6 months.
And he never told you?
Well, yeah, he did mention it when we first met, but I was a bit pissed. So when he said he worked for the police, I thought he was a roadie.
So when did you find out he was Special Branch?
Well, he tried to arrest me on the May Day riots.
Well, how come he never recognised you?
I was wearing a ski mask.
So you reckon you're in the clear then?
Yeah, as long as I never get picked for the Winter Olympics.
So what's this all about, anyway?
Just a favour for some anarchist friends.
And what do anarchists actually believe in?
Well, that's hard to say, really. Some of them think that society shouldn't be centrally governed, yeah?
Right.
Some of them think that society shouldn't be governed at all.
So what do this lot think?
They reckon there shouldn't be a society in the first place.
Do you think I'd make a good Maoist?
No, you laugh too much.
Oh. What brought this on? I don't know. Sometimes I think it must be nice to belong to something.
Yeah, but you don't want to get bogged down in party politics, Linda. Do you remember the last election?
Not really.
Exactly. It was on a Thursday, yeah?
Right.
You know, more people watched EastEnders and bothered to go out and vote.
You're joking?
People are more interested in the bloke that used to be in Spandau Ballet than they are in the leaders of any of the major political parties.
Be honest, though, he is better looking.
Yeah, that's not saying much. Ian Beale's better looking than most of them.
Yeah, and Phil Mitchell's more trustworthy.
Will you get a carton of milk?
And a packet of that baccy, please.
Thank you.
Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit?
It was like stealing off Mother Teresa.
Yeah, but Suki isn't like us. She's what they used to call a free spirit.
She's not a free spirit, she's a free loader. Anyway, I thought she was going once she got her van back.
What have you got against her?
Nothing. I just think she's taken advantage.
She's not taking anything.
Except bars of chocolate from old age pensioners.
Don't listen to her, Linda. You know what they say? Politics is too important to leave to the politicians.
That's very profound, Darren.
Thanks. I think I read it on the back of a matchbox.
And they say smoking's bad for you.
Are you going out?
Yeah, just planning something for the weekend.
All right.
Actually, that's a point. Are you free?
Probably, yeah.
We've got a little surprise in store for that takeaway chicken place on the high street.
What, Colonel Tom's?
That's the one. Do you know they own a factory farm in Cheshire?
So what do you want to do?
Nothing too heavy. Just gonna break in, check it out, take a few photos for the website.
Right, well, I'll come along, yeah.
Top girl. You know, you just would not believe the way that these people treat their animals.
Yeah, but I thought you said that farmers are the only people who really understand the planet.
You're not following me around with a pen and paper, are you?
Of course not.
Good. See you later.
Who's there?
Biggish.
Biggish who?
Sorry, mate, got no change.
Jimmy, could you get me a set of bolt cutters?
This isn't for one of Suki's schemes, is it?
And what if it is?
If you cut her head off, you'd find lunatic written through her like a stick of rock.
I don't want to cut her head off, thank you, Jimmy. I just want to cut some bolts.
How much?
It's the best one they had.
Have you gone mad? A camera?
Well, we need to get pictures, and this way we can download them straight onto the net.
Who's doing these pictures, Picasso?
I wanted one anyway.
Must have cleaned you out. I don't think you're getting a bit carried away.
No, I don't. What do you think? Are urban gorillas wearing blue this year?
To raid a farm, try blue and bulletproof. They have guns, you know, farmers.
I know they do. And I know you think I'm daft, but finally I feel like I'm giving something. I feel involved, and I like that.
What about this?
It's got a lace collar.
If you end up in court, that hint of respectability might come in very handy.
I have no intention of ending up in court.
We better get you some running shoes as well.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. See, the outer wire's plastics, that's quite easy, but the holding pens are galvanised well, so it's going to take something a bit special.
Holding pens?
Well, they keep the animals.
Well, you never said anything about letting the chickens out.
Change your plan. We're not going to a chicken farm.
How come?
Because we are going to a fur farm south of Edinburgh.
A fur farm?
Yes!
But I've been doing all of this.
Yeah, I know, but come on, be honest. Wouldn't you rather give 5,000 mink a breath of fresh air?
You're not serious.
Of course I am.
What, you want to let 5,000 mink loose in the middle of Scotland?
That's the idea.
But how do you know that they'll survive?
Linda, they're animals. Surviving's what they do.
Yeah, but what about the wildlife that's there now? I mean, mink are little bastards. They'll destroy everything.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't really
Oh,
think...
yeah. I do. Anyway, gotta go and rally the troops.
Right.
See you round the back of the library.
8 o'clock.
Dressed in those.
I know.
So?
So join the dots. I'm not going to the mink farm.
Why?
Why do you think?
I don't know.
Because we'll never get there. We'll drive 5 miles down the road past a Burger King and you'll get out and picket the place.
If I see one, yeah?
And you'll ditch the mink.
I thought you didn't like that plan anyway.
I didn't.
So what's the problem?
The problem is you.
What have I done?
Well, you've done nothing.
Linda, I can't stop.
You'll never do anything because you can't see it through. 1 minute it's mink, then it's chickens, then it's the postal workers and anarchists and Maoists and who knows what else.
Linda, there is a war going on, yeah. I am fighting on a lot of fronts.
No, you're not. You're not fighting at all.
I am!
All you ever do is run away.
Oh, yeah, so where am I running away from?
I don't know.
This is bollocks.
No, it's not, Suki. It's just neither the time nor the place.
So that's it, is it?
Yeah.
That's your comment on the whole thing?
If you like.
Fine!
Fine!
Oh, yeah. Remember that Bob Dylan thing? Get out of the road if you can't lend a hand, yeah?
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
I did lend a hand. I also lent you my bolt cutters.
We've got a nickel. black wabbit there. Brown and white wabbit there. And we've got
I know.
blue.
So where is she now?
What time is it?
11:15.
Oh, halfway to Scotland, I suppose. Or driving round Rusholme looking for an all-night ironmonger's.
You're going to have to face the facts, you know, Linda. She's a bit of a nutter.
Yeah, but she thinks about things. I mean, she cares about stuff. In a way, that's great, isn't it? I mean, what would we fight for? Apart from better licensing laws.
I'd fight for the kids.
Oh, I know you would.
So would Darren.
Of course. But where does that leave me?
Still searching, I suppose.
Like Suki.
Well, sort of, but you're looking in different places.
And I'm wearing nicer shoes.
Well, it's not much, but it's a start.
Well, I don't think Mao would see it like that.
What is this?
Oh, little red book. Suki gave it me.
And he was chairman, Mao.
Yes.
So tell me something.
What?
What was he actually the chairman of?
The Chinese Communist Party. Don't start that again.
There's a guy works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis. Just like you swore to me that you'd be true. There's a guy works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis. But he's a liar and I'm not sure about you.
He might be nice.
Well, he's not going to be, is he? Not if he's going on a blind date. Stan?
Yeah.
If he's not Stan, what does it matter? He's a nice man. He treats her right. Where's the harm in that?
You won't be saying that when you're interviewed on Crime Watch.